Hello friends, welcome to Global Online. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss some important concepts on child development and pedagogy for your upcoming Central Teacher Eligibility 2022. And friends, if you are preparing for CTET 2022, so this video is very helpful for you. And friends, here as you all know, in Central Teacher Eligibility Test there is one unit child development and pedagogy. So in this video we are going to discuss about some important developmental theories. And friends, if you are preparing for Central Teacher Eligibility Test 2022, there are two papers. Paper 1 for 1 to 5 and paper 2 is 6 to 8. And if you are preparing for paper 1, here we are providing complete course on paper 1, which includes complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, and also complete syllabus notes, mock test. And this complete course is available only at rupees 2000. And if you want to join for this course, you can contact 8179138413. And the same course is also available for paper 2. Here also we are providing theory lectures, MCQs lectures, mock test plus syllabus notes only at rupees 2000. So for this also you can send a WhatsApp message to 8179138413. And friends, you can also join for both the papers 1 and 2 at the same time. If you join for both the papers, you'll get this course at only 3000 rupees. And friends, for more examinations you can download our global online app from the Play Store and you can access our material. So friends, this is our lecture number 3 on child development and pedagogy. So here we are going to study some developmental theories. So let us start our discussion. So let us start with important theories of child development. So here the first theory we are going to study is Piaget's theory of cognitive development. And the second theory is Kohlberg's perspective on moral development. And the third theory is Vygotsky's theory of zone of proximal development. So these three theories we are going to discuss in today's session. So let us start with Piaget's theory of cognitive development. So here Jean Piaget, he was a child psychologist and he gave more importance on the how learners are going to interact with their environment and develop complex reasoning and knowledge. So he gave more importance to the in the process of developing knowledge and in the process of developing the reasoning ability. Yes, the children, they are going to interact with the so many things in the environment. So how they are going to interact with the environment, how are they going to develop their knowledge, how are they going to develop their reasoning, these are all discussed by Piaget in the theory of cognitive development. And here he uses some key terms here such as assimilation, accommodation and equilibration. So these three terms are used by Jean Piaget. Just please remember, one is assimilation, second one is accommodation, and the third one is equilibration. So these three terms are used by Piaget. And he states that there are 4 stages in cognitive development. Yes, many times this question has arisen. How many stages are there in Piaget's cognitive development? There are 4 stages. The first stage is sensory motor stage. Second one is pre-operational stage. Third one is concrete operational stage, and the last one is formal operational stage. So these are the 4 stages of cognitive development given by Piaget. So let us start with first stage. Here the first stage is sensory motor stage. So let us see here the age period is from birth to till 2 years is known as the sensory motor stage. And here in this stage, this stage is characterized by reflex actions of infants and children. So here the children are going to use some action, they are going to perform some actions. Here by performing action they are going to learn. So here they are using their own physical and motor skills to develop their cognitive skills. So here by making some action, for example, whenever we observe the children or infants, yes, they perform some actions by using their hands and legs. So here the children, they are going to learn these skills by performing the activities, so by performing some actions, so they make their own world. And here the second stage is pre-operational stage. So here the age period is 2 years to 7 years. It is known as the pre-operational stage. So here it generally occurs from around 2 to 3 years and approximately up to 7 years. And here partially logical thinking or thought begins during these years. So in pre-operational stage, the child starts thinking. So some thoughts will start, thoughts will begin in his mind. Then pre-operational thinking can, and usually it is illogical. Yes, please remember, whatever thoughts are coming into the mind in this pre-operational age, all the thoughts are illogical. There is no any logical support. For example, here for example, John, based on his perceptions, thought that the taller, slender glass had more juice in it than the shorter, wider glass than that he received. Yes, here John is thinking that he is received juice in small and shorter and wider glass, but what he is thinking that according to his view, he is thinking that the taller and slender glass had more juice than shorter and wider glass he has received. So it is an example for pre-operational stage. Means here for these thoughts, for his thinking, there is no any logical support here. It is completely illogical. Yes, and according to Piaget, they are logical thinkers, and he called egocentric stage. Yes, for this stage he has also called egocentric stage. Yes, the third stage is concrete operational stage. Here the time period is 7 years to 12 years. Concrete operational stage. And in this middle stage of their childhood, children learn to think more logically. Yes, please remember, in concrete operational stage, their children are going to think logically, and they also need some objects to demonstrate and to teach out to their conclusion. So here they start thinking logically. They are using some concrete objects for their demonstration and to teach out of their conclusions. And here the children of this stage solving math problems using blocks or their fingers. It is a best example for concrete operational stage. Then the fourth stage is formal operational stage. Yes, after 12 years, the formal operational stage will start. Yes, this is the final stage. Then Piaget believes that after reaching this stage, one is quite capable of thinking logically and solving problems in their head. So here, when the children are going to reach this stage, formal operational stage, here all the children, they are going to think logically, and also they can solve the problems in their head. And children are more capable of abstract thinking, could deal with more complex issues. Yes, here the children are able to solve any problems. Here they are going to solve abstract problems, complex problems they are going to deal with, and they are developing capability of abstract thinking in pre-operational stage. So this is about Piaget's theory. Then let us move to the Kohlberg's perspective on moral development. Yes, Kohlberg's perspective on moral development. So here Lawrence Kohlberg was mainly interested in how children develop their ability to make moral decisions. Yes, here Kohlberg has discussed how the children are going to develop their ability to make the moral decisions, how they are going to take moral decisions. Based on this, he has prepared a theory here. Yes, here he basically there are 6 stages when people progress through 3 levels when they develop their moral reasoning. So there are 6 stages. And here the first one is pre-conventional stage. Yes, according to Kohlberg, the first stage is pre-conventional stage, conventional level. So here it is mainly a test of their morality. So in first test, here it is for the testing morality of the children. And here punishment and obedience orientation. So means here in this stage people are motivated by trying to avoid punishment. Yes, here for we can observe in the classes also. Yes, whenever we are going to give punishment to the children, they try to avoid it, so they take actions. Yes, their actions are bad if they get punished and good if they don't. Yes, if you punish the students, they may get angry. If you won't punish, they will act good. So in this way, in pre-conventional stage, there is punishment and obedience orientation. So here people are motivated. Yes, here children are motivated and they are motivated by trying to avoid punishments. Yes, here whenever the teacher is going to punish them, yes, next time they won't repeat the same thing. They improve themselves. They are trying to avoid the punishment, and also they are ready to ask sorry for the wrong thing. Then here self-interest or individualism. So people are generally motivated by self-interest. So although the elements of fairness are reciprocated, they are most interested in, if you do harm to me, I will do to you. So if we punish the students, they may get angry on the teacher. So if anyone is going to do harm to them, they are also going to do harm to others. So this is about pre-conventional stage. Then the next stage is conventional stage. Conventional level, it also contains two levels. Adolescence mainly operates at this level. Yes, please remember, all the adolescents, they are going to operate at conventional level. And here also there are two stages. One is good boy good girl concept, another one is law and order orientation. So good boy good girl concept means people make moral decisions based on getting people to like them. So here people wants to liked by the others. For that they are going to do good things here. So they are taking some good moral decisions. And one more is law and order orientation. It means performing one's duty properly, showing respect to authority, etc. So here law and order orientation means here people, here all are adolescence adolescence age children. So here they are going to perform their activity very properly, and also they are respecting others, they are respecting the elders and authority, and also they are expecting respect from the others. So this is about conventional level. Yes, the third one is post conventional morality. So here people define their values in relation to their ethical values. So here people are going to build the relationship between their values and ethical values. And here social terms and contracts. So rules of the society could be changed for its welfare and they are not frozen. So here in social terms and contract, here rules of the society could be changed for the welfare of the society. And universal ethical principles. Yes, in a nutshell, people try to consider the interest of others. So they are respecting others' interest also. They are not egocentric here. Yes, when they are making moral judgments, they respect others' interest. But still they are trying to find some means to satisfy their needs, and also their main focus on satisfying their needs. So this is about post conventional morality. So this is about Kohlberg's theory. Yes, there are 6 sub-stages are there in this theory. So we have studied all the 6 stages. So next let us see some limitations to Kohlberg's theory. Yes, there are some limitations. The first one is it mainly focuses on reasoning rather than actual behavior. So here Kohlberg has focused only on reasoning activities. Yes, he did not focus on the actual behavior. Yes, then more here one more limitation is most of the philosophers believe that values should be a part of individual thinking, so that his actions could be in harmony with his thoughts. Yes, according to some other philosophers, where actions could be in harmony with the thoughts. But here, Kohlberg has given more importance only to the reasoning. He did not give much importance for the actual behavior. For actions, he gave less importance. Only for thinking, he gave more importance. Then it shows the children's moral behavior and reasoning may be quite weak. So this theory is showing behavior of the children and reasoning may be quite weak. So then third one is Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. So let us study the third developmental theory, Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. Yes, his socio-cultural theory relates to both cognitive and social development. Yes, please remember this theory is also known as the socio-cultural theory, and this theory, zone proximal development theory, it is related to both cognitive development and also social development. And here we will discuss how social interactions play a role in cognitive development. Means how the society, how the interaction with others in the society are playing a role in developing cognitive development. And also they describe the stages of speech and language, and also this proximal development theory is going to describe the stages of speech and language. So there are some stages here. The first stage is scaffolding. Yes, you need to remember all the stages in all the three theories. So many times questions have arisen on the stages of development. Yes, here first stage is scaffolding. So here he saw children learning within social interactions while communicating. Yes, it means that the children are learning more. They are gaining their knowledge by communicating with others, and he gave importance of language development for their cognitive development. Yes, for their cognitive development, language is also very essential. And how they are going to learn the language here, they are interacting with the society, they are interacting with people in the society, then so they are going to learn language here. So here with communicating with others, social interaction is main focus here. Then second one is cultural aspects. So both through informal and formal conversations and education, adults convey to children the way their culture interprets and responds to the world. So your children, they are also going to learn their culture by the adults people. It may be from formally or from informal conversation. So whenever they start going to school, they learn the culture in a formal way. So and also out of the school, they are going to learn all these cultural aspects informally. Specifically when adults are going to interact with the children, yes, they show meanings they attach to the objects, events and experiences. So in this way, cultural aspects are also transferred to the children by adults. Then the third one is speech and language development. So this is the main assumption of Vygotsky's theory, that thought and language become increasingly independent and important in the first few years of life. So whenever the new baby is going to take place, the first few years, the very important is speech and language development. So it is an independent variable. So the first few years, they give more importance for the development of language. So Vygotsky saw that the adults are playing an important role in developing the child's behavior through scaffolding, because initially the children are going to imitate others, they are going to follow others. So therefore here the importance of language development, learning and teaching to the children cognitive behavior and developments. So here, so Vygotsky give more importance on language development, learning, teaching to the child cognitive behavior and development. Okay friends, this is about Vygotsky's theory. So next we will discuss about child-centered education and progressive education. So another two topics we discuss here. So let us start with child-centered education. So J.J. Rousseau is known as the father of childhood education. Yes, please remember Jean Jacques Rousseau. He is known as the father of childhood education. So he gave more importance on the child-centered education. He thought that the children have a right to an education which is going to help to grow and develop their fullest. This is a basic fact that acts in their core part of the concept of child-centered education. Yes, Rousseau gave more importance to the child-centered education. So he is known as the father of childhood education. And according to him, children are active participants in their education and development, and children should be mentally involved and physically active in learning what they need to know and do. So in their learning, in the educational process, so in their development of the cognitive and also in gaining more and more knowledge, the children should be involved mentally and also physically. They must be active. Then all great educators have believed in the essential goodness of children. The teacher is to provide the environment for this goodness. So the teacher has to give opportunities to the students to learn more, to get more and more knowledge, to develop themselves. Then the basic principles of child-centered education is to enable the optimal development of child's personality. So child's overall personality development is main focus by teachers. And also simultaneously the teacher should satisfy all the individual needs and requirements of the children. Next, students, this is also known as the student-centered teaching. Shifts focus from the teacher to student. So here the main focus is on student. The teacher must act according to the needs and requirements of the student. So he has to understand the mentality of the student. Then according to that he should teach. Then it encourages active participation on the part of the students and requires that they monitor their thinking. Yes, here the students are going to participate actively and the teacher has to monitor. So there can be many ways to incorporate child-centered education in the classroom. Yes, to make it very effective child-centered education in a classroom, there are many practices are there. So the first one is encourage student collaboration and group project. The teacher should give more group project to the children. He must try to develop collaboration in the students. And when students are working with each other in a group, yes, the teacher should support them. Then create assignments based on individual differences. So all the students are different in the class, so based on their level, by considering individual differences, the teacher should give the assignment to the children, because all are not having same speed. Then allowing students to move through the material at the rate that best fits their learning style. So according to, by considering the individual differences, the teacher should adjust his teaching style. Then teacher can use open-ended questions technique. This practice is going to encourage the critical and creative thinking, and it is also going to enhance problem solving skills in the children. Then engage much more in indirect and engaging methods of instruction that pull the students right into the heart of lessons. This way the students will become active participants in what is going on. So these are the some ways to incorporate child education in the classroom. So there are some characteristics of child-centered education. Here the first one is, here the main focus is on deep learning and understanding. And here increased responsibility and accountability on the part of the students. Then an increased sense of autonomy in the learners, an interdependence between teacher and learner. So teacher and learners both are interdependent here. Then a reflexive approach to the teaching and learning processes on the part of the teacher and learner. So next let us see some important points regarding progressive education. So progressive education, it has been described as ideas and practices that aim to make schools more effective. Yes, progressive education is nothing but these are the described as ideas and practices that are aiming to make schools more effective. Yes, in 1919, Progressive Education Association was founded. Yes, please remember it. Progressive Education Association. It was founded in the year of 1919. The main aim of this association was reforming the entire school system of America, and it is a reaction to the traditional style of teaching, and it is an educational system that allowing flexibility in learning procedures based on activities determined by the needs and capacities of the individual child. So and its aim is to integrate academic with social development. Yes, progressive education means here the more flexibility is there in learning processes, and activities are created based on the needs and requirements and capacities of the individuals children. Then the main aim of progressive education is integrating academic development with the social development. Then there are some practices of progressive education. The first one is the curriculum is influenced by what the children are interested in and is child center. Yes, progressive education system, it is also completely child center. The curriculum is prepared in such a way that what the children are interested in. Then here learning is experimental. The main focus is on process rather than product. Then assessment is very authentic and holistic here. Children are well known for their teachers. Then children can work at their own pace. Yes, children they can work at their own speed. Teacher will not force them to work fast. Then progressive education practices is a developmental approach which holds that each child is unique. Okay friends, this is about our theoretical session today. So let us see some sample multiple choice questions. Yes, let us move to the first question. According to Vygotsky, which is the most important factor in the development of any child? Option A, family. Option B, school. Option C, society. Option D, religion. So which one is the most important factor in the development of child? So here the right answer is option C. Society is playing a very important role. Yes, so Vygotsky also give more importance on the social contribution to the process of development. It means he emphasized more on society. So because there is a connection between people and socio-cultural context. So the children are developing themselves with interacting with the others. So society is the main important factor of the development of any child. So option C is correct here. Yes, question number 2. Lawrence Kohlberg is known for his research in the field of dash development. Option A, cognitive development. Option B, physical development. Option C, moral development. Option D, motor development. Yes, here the right answer is option C, moral development. So as we all know, Lawrence's book on moral development, it is used by the teachers around the world to promote moral reasoning. So Kohlberg gave more importance on the moral development. So he has prepared a theory on moral development. So he has written a book also. And remember, the Kohlberg was an American. So he was an American psychologist, and he gave stages of moral development. Question number 3. According to Piaget, how many stages of child's cognitive development? Option A 3, option B 4, option C 5, option D 6. So yes, according to Piaget, how many stages are there in child's cognitive development? Yes, here the right answer is option B. There are 4 stages. Yes, according to Piaget, there are 4 stages of development. Yes, the first one is sensory motor stage. Second one is pre-operational stage. Third one is concrete operational stage, and the fourth one is formal operational stage. So there are 4 stages. This question number 4. In which stage of cognitive development he is a child when he is able to work out problems logically and do multiple classification? Option A, pre-operational stage. Option B, formal operational stage. Option C, concrete operational stage. Option D, sensory motor stage. Yes, in which stage of cognitive development he is a child when he is able to work out the problems logically, do multiple classification? Yes, in which stage the child is going to work out with the problems and think and doing multiple classification? Yes, here the right answer is option C, concrete operational stage. Yes, in concrete operational stage, intelligence is demonstrated through logical and systematic characterizes. So here the stage children are going to manipulate the symbols. So option C, concrete operational stage is the right answer. Yes, question number 5. Vygotsky proposed that child development is option A, due to genetic components of a culture. Option B, a product of social interaction. Option C, a product of formal education. Option D, a product of assimilation and accommodation. Yes, Vygotsky proposed the child development as a product of social interaction. So option B is the right answer. Yes, it is a fundamental to the cognitive development. Yes, it is comprised of concepts such as cultural specific tools, language, thought of it, and interdependence. So here option B is correct. Yes, question number 6. Who gives more stress to the philosophy of social constructivism? Option A, Piaget. Option B, Kohlberg. Option C, Vygotsky. Option D, John Dewey. Yes, here the right answer is option C, Vygotsky. So Vygotsky gave more importance to the social constructivism. So his theory stresses on the fundamental role of the social interaction, and he was believed that community plays a central role in the process of making meaning. So option C is the right answer. Yes, question number 7. According to Piaget's cognitive theory of learning, the process by which the cognitive structure is modified is called option A, perception. Option B, accommodation. Option C, assimilation. Option D, a schema. Yes, here the right answer is option C, assimilation. So in the process of adaptation, cognitive structure changed through the process of assimilation and accommodation. So option C is the right answer. So assimilation means here the children are going to interpret the events according to their cognitive structure. This question number 8. According to Piaget's theories, stages of cognitive development, the sensory motor stage is associated with option A, concerns about social issues. Option B, imitation, memory and mental representation. Option C, ability to solve problems in logical fashion. Option D, ability to interpret. Yes, here the right answer is option B, imitation, memory and mental representation. Yes, option B is the correct here. So imitation, memory and mental representation are associated with the sensory motor stage of cognitive development. Yes, question number 9. According to Kohlberg, a teacher can instill moral values in children by option A, giving strict instructions on how to behave. Option B, giving importance to religious teaching. Option C, giving clear rules of behavior. Option D, involving them in discussions on moral issues. Yes, here the right answer is option D, involving them in discussions on moral issues. So the teacher can discuss about moral issues with the students. Then discussions periodically will inculcate moral values among the children. So option D is right. Yes, question number 10. According to Kohlberg, the level in which the child's morality is controlled by the fear of punishment is called. Yes, in which stage, according to Kohlberg, the level child's morality is going to be controlled. Option A, pre-normal level. Option B, conventional morality level. Option C, self-accepted moral principle level. Option D, morality level. Yes, here the right answer is option A, pre-normal level. Yes, at pre-conventional level, stages 1 and stages 2, morality is controlled. Yes, this is usually at the primary level and elementary level in schools. Question number 11. The concept of zone proximal development. Yes, the concept of zone proximal development was given by. Yes, option A, Bandura. Option B, Piaget. Option C, Skinner. Option D, Vygotsky. So here the right answer is option D, Vygotsky. The zone proximal development was given by Vygotsky. Yes, we have discussed it. So the concept of zone proximal development, it is given by Vygotsky. So the distance between the actual development level is determined by independent problem solving level. So option D is the right answer. Yes, question number 13. Sita has learned to eat rice and dal with her hand. When she is given dal and rice, she mixes rice and dal and starts eating. She was eating rice and dal into her schema for doing things. Option A, accommodation. Option B, assimilation. Option C, appropriated. Option D, initiated. So here the right answer is option B, assimilation. So because Piaget, according to Piaget, there are two processes at work in cognitive development. One is assimilation, another one is accommodation. So as we all know, so here assimilation means when the child is going to make changes, new information is going to fit in the schema. It is known as the assimilation. So what we already know, so and it keeps the new information and experience and adds to what already exists in our mind. So it is known as the assimilation, because here the Sita has learned to eat rice and dal with her hand. When she is given dal and rice, she is going to mix it and she started eating. So she is putting new information in her schema. So it is known as the assimilation. Question number 14. According to Kohlberg, the level in which child's morality is controlled by the fear of punishment, it is called option A, pre-normal level. Option B, conventional morality level. Option C, self-accepted moral principle level. Option D, morality level. Yes, here the right answer is option A, pre-normal level. Question number 11. According to Piaget, children thinking differ in from adults than in. Yes, children, according to Piaget, children thinking differ in from adults than. So what is the difference between children's thinking and adults thinking? Option A, size, correctness. Option B, kind, amount. Option C, size, type. Option D, amount, kind. Yes, here the right answer is option B, kind, amount. Yes, in this way children differs from the adults. Next, question number 15. According to Kohlberg's stages of moral development, the individual regards right or wrong in terms of complying with the hopes and wishes of other people in the following stage. Option is stage 1, option B stage 2, option C stage 3, option D stage 4. Yes, here the right answer is option D, in stage 4. Yes, in stage 4 individuals regards right or wrong. Okay friends, this is about our today's session. And friends, if you are preparing for Central TET 2022, so you can join our complete crash course here. So in our crash course we are providing you complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, and also mock tests, and also complete syllabus. Notes is available for paper 1 and also for paper 2. So if you join separately for paper 1 and paper 2, so the fees is 2000 rupees, and if you join for both, the fees will be 3000. Yes, I wish all the best to all. Thank you.